The 2026 NFL Draft is loaded at the linebacker position. We have talked about a number of the top guys in this class, but this is a rich linebacker group with tons of talent up and down the board. One player who many people think can sneak into the second round of the 2026 draft is Cincinnati Bearcats linebacker Jakegolday. Golday has a rare combination of size and athleticism that make him a very intriguing player for the modern NFL. What makes Golday such a unique player, and how high will he be taken in the 2026 NFL Draft? That's what we will be going over in today's video. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton and lets me know you guys are enjoying the videos. Comment down below which prospects you guys want to see me talk about in a future episode just like this, and without further ado, let's get into it. Jakegolday is a fantastic story, and he's one of the players that you love to root for in college football. He was unranked coming out of high school according to 247 and committed to Central Arkansas. He spent 3 seasons with the team and really showed some promise in his final year with 48 tackles and 6 sacks. He hit the transfer portal and committed to Cincinnati, where he has spent the last 2 seasons. In 2024, he was pretty productive for the Bearcats, finishing the year with 2 sacks, 38 tackles, 17 run stops, and a forced fumble on the year, but he's followed it up with a career year in 2025. He has 4 sacks, 68 tackles, 42 run stops, and a forced fumble. He's been incredible this year for Cincinnati, and many people think he is going to be a big-time riser around the combine, so I'm excited to see what he can do. The first thing that sticks out with Jakegolday is his overall size and athleticism for the linebacker position. He's listed at 6'4", 240 pounds, and has the build of a more traditional linebacker in the NFL. He has the length and has a really big frame for the position that I overall think is going to translate well. But what I love most about Golday are the speed and strength aspects of his game. Golday was on the Feldman's Freaks list, and when you watch him on tape, I think you can see some of the athleticism on tape. He's a player who I expect to easily run in the 4.5s. He had a 4.25 shuttle time, a 10.7 broad jump, and a 36-inch vertical, according to Bruce Feldman, and his max bench is 365 pounds. This is an incredible do-it-all type athlete at the position that has been a menace on the field. He also was listed to have a 1-5 10-yard split, which I think is a really good number for the position. As a run defender, I think this is where Golday really makes his mark. For one thing, he's a pretty high IQ player. He recognizes where the run will be going pre-snap and showcases the quickness to close on the football and make plays in the gap. But what I love most is his tackling consistency and his ability to get off of blocks. There are times when Golday can completely ragdoll offensive linemen. He's super strong and sheds blockers at a very effective rate, and when he gets to the ball carrier, meets them in the hole and uses his whole body to wrap them up. He has a 7.6% missed tackle rate this year, which is a really good number for a starting linebacker, and I think he's a great overall tackler and run defender. I also think because of the athleticism, you can use Golday in a variety of different ways. He started his career playing edge at Central Arkansas, but has obviously made the conversion to off-ball linebacker. Cincinnati plays him a lot in the box, but they've utilized him a lot in the slot this year. I think he's a really nice, versatile linebacker that can be a good blitz threat and have the ability to be a chess piece for your defensive front. There are, however, 2 things I am concerned about with Jakegolday that I think could hurt him at the next level. For one, it is his lateral quickness and overall hip fluidity. When I watched Golday over the summer, I just didn't think he was a very good athlete. And since I've gone back, I obviously can see the sideline to sideline speed, but I do think he's pretty stiff in his hips. He doesn't have great change of direction, and I think it does hurt him at times, and it is something I am worried about for him at the next level because he doesn't have the ability to readjust, recorrect course, and I think it leads to some issues for him on tape. I also don't think Golday is a very good coverage defender. He has his moments, but he's very raw as of now. He struggles in man coverage because of the fluidity concerns, and in zone, I just don't think he has the instincts that you look for. He gets caught scaring too often, and I think he needs to be more of a reliable player in zone coverage, or teams will be able to pick him apart. There are flashes, and he makes some nice plays in the zone, like the hook zone area, but I need to see more from him if he is going to be a consistent 3-down linebacker at the next level. Jake Golday is a really fun prospect. He's been uber productive throughout his entire career. He checks the size and athleticism boxes. He tackles very well. But I do have concerns about, is he going to be able to cover well, and does he have the lateral movement skills that you look for in a starting linebacker? I think the traits are very enticing and will get him pushed up draft boards, but I have Golday as my number 7 linebacker in this draft and a 3rd round grade on him as a prospect. In terms of a scheme fit, I think Jake Golday is a perfect fit as a Sam linebacker in a base 4-3 scheme. With his ability to play downhill, shed blocks at such an effective rate, play physical for the position, I think he's a perfect fit to be that strong side linebacker who can deconstruct the run, be a reliable downhill player, and be a nice piece on early downs. Because not very many teams run a base 4-3, I think it could lead to him being more of a rotational linebacker, but I think he is a perfect fit as a Sam early on in his career. My player comparison for Jake Golday is Kansas City Chiefs linebacker Leo Chenal. Chenal is a very similar player to Golday. Elite athlete, good size, good physicality, tackles very well, but has never really been a consistent every down player because of some inconsistencies in coverage. I think Jake Golday is a very similar type of player and could have a very similar to what Chenal has been for Kansas City. Chenal's been awesome for the Chiefs as that rotational linebacker and is expected to command a lot of money in free agency, and I think Jake Golday could see a second contract very similar to what Chenal could if he can play at the same level that he has this year. Jake Golday plays with his hair on fire. He's such a fun player to watch on tape because of the sideline to sideline range, and I think he has all of the traits you look for in a starting linebacker. Yes, the fluidity concerns are there, and you'd like to see him improve in coverage, but I think the league is really going to fall in love with this player, and ultimately, I believe that Jake Golday will be a 3rd round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.